Have you ever stopped to think about the network that's running inside you right now? It's more complex than any supercomputer, way faster than any fiber optic cable. We're talking about your nervous system, the incredible electrical grid that powers every single thought, feeling, and action. So let's dive right in.
All right, let's start with something we've all experienced. You get a little too close to a candle flame and you feel that sudden, sharp blast of heat. In a fraction of a second, before you've even had a chance to think, your hand is already yanking itself back. That reaction, that instantaneous retreat, well, that's the whole story we're going to unpack today. And believe me, it's way more complex than you think.
You see, what feels like just one quick moment is actually a super high-speed relay race happening inside your body. The baton in this race is basically a bolt of electricity, and the runners are these incredible, specialized cells, the neurons. This is where it all begins, a story of detection, communication, and immediate action.
Okay, so let's rewind the tape to that very first critical moment. Your skin makes contact with the flame. What happens right then and there? Well, it all kicks off with a single urgent alarm, an emergency signal that basically screams, "Danger!" It starts with what's called a stimulus, in this case, the intense heat. Instantly, these amazing little cells in your skin, called receptors, sense this dangerous change. And they don't have time to waste sending a memo up to the brain. Nope, they immediately translate that heat into a raw electrical impulse. The alarm has officially been pulled.
Now, you'd probably think this emergency call goes straight to the top, right? To brain headquarters. But in a life-or-death situation, there's just no time for that kind of bureaucracy. Your body has this brilliant built-in shortcut, a local command center that takes charge immediately.
And this shortcut is called the reflex arc. You can think of it like a neural superhighway that completely bypasses the brain for the most urgent jobs. Its only purpose is to be incredibly fast, connecting the problem, that dangerous heat, directly to the solution, moving your hand, and it all happens right inside the spinal cord.
So, let's follow that signal's lightning-fast journey. First, the hot message zips up what's called a sensory neuron. As soon as it hits the spinal cord, an interneuron acts like a switchboard operator, instantly patching the call through to a motor neuron. That motor neuron then carries the move command straight to the effector, which is the muscle in your arm, and boom, it contracts, pulling your hand to safety. So let this really sink in for a second. Your hand is already moving before your brain even knows there's pain. A reflex is purely automatic, a protective action handled entirely by the spinal cord. A conscious reaction, on the other hand, like deciding to blow out the candle, that's a much slower, more deliberate process that has to go all the way to the brain and back. We've seen the highway, the reflex arc, but what about the cars driving on it? Let's zoom way in on the incredible messenger cell that makes all of this possible, the neuron.
Think of a neuron like a tiny little information processor. You've got the dendrites, which act like antennas, constantly listening for incoming signals. Those signals all funnel into the cell body, or soma, which is the neuron's command center. If the message is important enough, the soma gives the green light, and an electrical signal is fired down the axon, this long cable built for high-speed delivery. And to make it even faster, a lot of axons are wrapped in this fatty layer called the myelin sheath, which is super important, and we'll come back to it.
But, not all neurons are built the same. The sensory neuron, the one carrying info to your spinal cord, often has its cell body kind of hanging off the side, like a little backpack on the axon. Compare that to the motor neuron, which carries commands away from the spinal cord. Its cell body is right at the top, giving it that classic tree-like shape. It's a perfect example of how in our bodies, form truly follows function. So we have our messenger cell, but how does it actually send the message? I mean, it's not like electricity just flowing through a copper wire. It's something much cooler, much more dynamic. It's a wave of pure electrical energy, a biological lightning strike that travels the entire length of the cell. This electrical wave has a name. It's called an action potential. It's basically a super fast flip in the neuron's electrical charge. You can picture these tiny charged particles called ions flooding into the cell, creating a wave of positive energy that just surges down the axon. And here's the really important part. It's an all-or-nothing event. The neuron either fires with its absolute full force, or it doesn't fire at all. There's no in-between.
So just how fast is this wave? Well, on a neuron that's coated in myelin, it can hit speeds of up to 100 meters per second. That's over 220 miles an hour. This is why you can pull your hand away from that flame before your brain even has a chance to register the word, ouch.
So, what's the secret to this incredible speed? It's that myelin sheath we talked about. Think of it like the insulation on a wire, but it has this really clever design. It's not a solid coating. There are these tiny little gaps called the nodes of Ranvier. So instead of flowing smoothly, the electrical signal literally jumps from one gap to the next. This process is called saltatory conduction, and it's basically like an express train that gets to skip all the local stops, making our nervous system ridiculously fast.
Okay, so the reflex did its job. Your hand is safe. Crisis averted. But wait, the story isn't over yet. While that local command center in your spinal cord was handling the immediate threat, a memo was already on its way up the chain of command to the main headquarters, your brain.
That's right. At the exact same time the reflex arc was triggering your muscle to contract, a copy of that pain signal continued its journey right on up the spinal cord to the brain. And that's exactly why you feel the pain and shout ouch a split second after your hand is already out of danger.
And what's the brain's job in all this? Well, it's to process the after-action report. This is where you consciously register that feeling of pain. But even more importantly, the brain figures out what just happened. It forms a memory, and it learns from the experience. It's your brain that says, okay, note to self, fire is hot, let's not do that again.
This whole event, from the initial reflex all the way to the final lesson learned, it just beautifully illustrates how the two major divisions of your nervous system are designed to work together perfectly. So let's zoom out and take a quick look at them.
First up, you've got the somatic system. This is what controls your voluntary movements, like deciding to reach out and pick up a book. Think of it as your body's manual controls. And then you have the autonomic system. This is the body's autopilot. It handles all the involuntary stuff you never have to think about, like your heart beating or your food digesting.
And what's so fascinating is that this autonomic system, the autopilot, is in a constant state of balance. On one side, you have the sympathetic division. That's your fight or flight response. It kicks in during emergencies, speeding up your heart, getting you ready for action. It's what makes your heart pound after you touch that flame. Then, on the other side, you have the parasympathetic division, your rest and digest system. It calms everything back down. These two are in a constant tug of war, making sure your body stays in perfect balance.
So let's just bring it all back together. From one single touch of a flame, this whole system-wide story unfolds. A sensory signal triggers a spinal reflex for instant protection, while at the same time a parallel signal shoots up to the brain for interpretation, sensation, and most importantly, learning. It's just an absolutely incredible symphony of biological engineering happening in milliseconds.
And here's a final thought for you. As you've been watching this, your own nervous system has been firing on all cylinders. Billions of your neurons have been processing these words, these images, forming new connections in your brain. The very system we've just been explaining is the one you're using to understand it right now. So the real question is, what's it going to do with the information?